I am Mandy of Madcow Designs. It is December the 15th, 2025, and this is stitch 90. Things look a little different, but I'm still going to call this episode 90 because I have all the main components. It just looks weird. This is a hotel room. I am currently in Destin, Florida. My husband got called down here for work, and I work from home, which means I can work from hotel room. Here I am. I got up at 6 o'clock this morning. 6 a.m. I don't know what happens, but when I go on vacation, I turn into a whole different person, and I know what a.m. is. Anyways, got up at 6, went down and had breakfast with all of his coworkers at 6:30, and at 7 o'clock, they left. So that just leaves me here now. I've done some work, and I am probably going to be taking a nap today. But before I do that, I wanted to share with y'all everything that's been going on. So I haven't really checked in since October. Halloween was rough. It had a unexpected start to the day. That'll be at the end. But from there, it just kind of kept going downhill. I tried really hard to find my spooky spirit before the kids showed up for trick-or-treating, and it didn't quite get there. And then the kids were really obnoxious this year. I don't know what happened. They were not fun. Typically I set up a table outside and I hand out candy, and the older kids, I'll chase them around the yard, and it's a fun time for everyone. No, this year the kids decided that they wanted to harass me, and I snapped when somebody threw candy at the back of my head and then tried to snatch my candy bowl out of my hand. Yeah, next year I'm not setting up a table. I'm not going outside. I will turn the lights on. They can ring the doorbell like they're supposed to. I will not be chasing anyone. I will dress up, and I will stay inside with my family who always comes over to celebrate with me. I'll stay indoors with people that, want to be with me, not 10-year-olds that want to throw things at me. It was rough. It was not fun. I ended up not really touching any yarn for like 2 weeks after Halloween. So between not really doing a whole lot and then work got really busy, I just didn't have anything to show y'all. But I do now. So let's talk about what this week is going to look like, because it's going to be fun and different. I have a whole pile of stuff over here to show y'all. I'm going to try and take y'all with me to a couple of places this week if I can get out. I might have a car. I might not have a car. Who knows? I'm not going anywhere today. Today is a rest day. I'm going to work and play and take a nap, and it's going to be delightful. The yarn store here did close, so there was a yarn store just up the road, and they closed back in September, so I won't be going there. But there's a rock store. I don't think I told y'all, I picked up a new hobby. I've started rock tumbling. I have no idea what happened. I woke up one day and I was like, I need a bowl of shiny rocks. My mother-in-law happened to have a rock tumbler, so she loaned it to me, and I have been tumbling. I have nothing to show for it as of right now, but it's a very long process. I've been going for about a month. I did stop it this week while we were on vacation, it's not really a vacation for him. I stopped the Tumblr while we were out of town for the week. But I will start it back up. It's been running for like a month. I'll start it back when we go back home, and maybe in like another month I'll have something to show y'all. I could have gone on Amazon and just purchased some shiny rocks and put them in a bowl, but I needed to take rocks, make them shiny, and put them in a bowl. I have no idea what happened, but I'm having fun. So there's a rock store up the street that I want to go to, and maybe I'll take y'all along with me. There's a bookstore. It's a used bookstore, Second and Charles, that is really good here. So I'm going to go there one day, and I don't know. There's a big outlet store. So we're going to go to Nike and get us some new shoes one evening. We both need new shoes. We always need new shoes. So we'll do that one evening, but otherwise I just have a lot of time here in the hotel by myself. It's going to be so wonderful. There's no cooking dinner. There's no cleaning the kitchen. I have very few adult responsibilities this week. I'm so excited about it. Let's start talking about yarn real quick though. So I did bring my finished object because I only have one finished object in all this time. I made a hat. It is gorgeous. Like, I don't know. Maybe I can filter these colors and they'll look better. By the way, you're on my iPad. Do I look okay? Y'all let me know down in the comments if the video and audio sound okay. I have an iPad. It does video editing, so I figured I would just go ahead and record on there, so it just makes it even easier to process all the video and everything. But that also means that I have like a really big screen now, and I can actually see what I'm holding up instead of trying to see this itty bitty little screen that's way over there. Yeah, I'll see if I can filter and make the colors a little bit better, because I mean, it looks like stained glass. It is so pretty. The yarn was Knitting in Color. It was a one-of-a-kind skein that I picked up at, I don't remember which store I picked this up at. It came from one of the stores on the Arkansas Yarn Crawl. But I crocheted. I have no pattern. I don't know what hook I used. I just increased until it fit like a yarmulke, basically. Like it fit the crown of my head. And then I made straight sides until I got roughly the slouchy length that I wanted. And I cheated. I hate crochet ripping. Don't like it. So I used a slightly smaller knitting needle. Like I dropped down one size, I think, and picked up 2x2 ribbing. And that was that. This took me a weekend to make. Love it. That is the only thing I have managed to make in a month and a half. Like, finish in a month and a half. I have a lot of stuff going. Y'all, I think a third of my suitcase on the way here was yarn. Yeah. Let's start with the oldest project that I have going. So we're going to talk about works in progress. I have the Halloween Advent from Southern Skeins. So y'all saw in my part 1 and 2 Halloween video that I was trying. I have random projects in here. That's nice. Y'all saw that I was trying to knit 20 grams of yarn a day. That was absolutely insane. I'm still working on this. It's almost finished. I'm working on it. I am trying to make, I'm not trying, I am making. It is almost there. The sleeves pattern by Martina Behm. This has been an interesting process. I have messed up many times along the way, but we're getting there. I am on the home stretch. It has sleeves. I am now just working on the back portion of it, where it all comes together and kind of makes the shawl-esque portion. So, oh dear, what did I grab? There we go. That's not bad. It's, I think, like a three row repeat at this point, where I just keep decreasing, and it's really cute. This yarn is so soft. It's a cashmere. It has like 10% cashmere in it. I'm loving the colors. I really, really want to try it on and see how it fits. I had kind of done a little bit of a try on and it looked odd. I'm hoping that once it's finished and I block it, it'll look really good. But goal for this week, finish this. I want it to be done. That way when I get home, I can block it and be done with this project. These colors are very much in my wheelhouse. I like this a lot. And I have used most of the yarn. When I get down to the end, I'll measure it. I'll weigh out my scraps and I'll let you know how much yarn I didn't use. Because I feel like this is a pretty good Advent project, like scrappy project, Advent project, what have you. You may have noticed I have on a lovely cardigan with ghosties on it. I picked it up at the Spirit store after Halloween. It was on sale, but I am in the Christmas spirit. I have on a Christmas shirt. I have a whole drawer of Christmas shirts that I brought with me, but yes, I am still rocking my Halloween cardigan because it's comfortable and it makes me happy, and that's really all that matters at this point, right? Let's talk about my husband's socks. I was working on a pair of socks for him, and I finished the first one on Friday. And I asked him, do you want me to keep going on these and start the second sock, or do you want me to try and make a pair of Christmas socks this week while we're in Florida so that you'll have Christmas socks by Christmas? He said, Christmas socks sound like fun. My Fates Thread Nightmare Before Christmas bag, I am working on Christmas socks. So, oh my God, my stomach is growling. It is 10 a.m. Apparently the muffin that I had at 6:30 did not hold me. Okay, I cast these on Friday night at home. And I think I had like 2 rows of the green done. Saturday, on the way to my parents' house, I did this much. So we drove to my parents in like the middle of Louisiana to drop off Pepper Ann for the week. They're gonna keep her, and oh my God, she's gonna have so much fun, but she's gonna sleep for like 3 days when I get her back because she will be absolutely exhausted. So then Saturday, I did all of this. Nope, Sunday, I did all of this. We drove from central Louisiana to Florida. It's 7-8 hours, something like that. Yeah, I finished his leg and put in the heel. So now I'm ready for foot. He does not like tall socks. So these are only like 4 inches tall. This is Southern Skeins yarn. It's a Christmas colorway. Please don't ask me for the name. This has been caked up for like 2 years, and I'm just now getting to it. It's really pretty. He likes the 2 by 2 feet pattern that I made because it tends to kind of grip onto his foot a little bit better. You know, it's a rib pattern, so it fits better. He likes that. And I have this cute candy cane stitch marker. I have no idea where it came from, but it's adorable. So I'm using that. I'm going to have so many ends to weave. Okay. Goal for the week. I want to finish the first sock. Ideally, I would be at this point on the second sock when there are people walking by. I do have the window open because I can see into the atrium area of the hotel, and I'm getting sunlight from the open roof. Like, I mean, it's glass, but yeah, I'm getting some sunlight in the hotel room, and that's the hallway. So people walk by and I'm just sitting here talking to myself. Awesome. Anyways, I guess ideally I would be about this point when we go to leave here so that I can just work on the foot while in the car. I did put half this heel in the car, so that's possible. But if I was at this point and I managed to do all of the foot while driving home, then that means the sock would be done by Christmas. That's the goal. I want it to be at this point on the second sock by the time we leave here Saturday. I have 5 days. I also have other projects. Oh, okay. Let's look at the other projects. This is going to be a long video if I'm already at 17 minutes and we're on day 1 of the trip. Anyways, another Fates Thread bag. Fates Thread is closed. It makes me sad because they had really good bags, but my parents gave me this one. It's accurate, yes. Oh yeah, it's great. It's a creepy Christmas. So that's a little terrifying. Okay. I have the Southern Skeins Christmas Advent. And I already opened days into the future and caked it all up because I'm traveling. But y'all won't see this until later on, so it won't matter. I had multiple Advent projects kind of rolling around in my brain that I couldn't decide on, and so I finally decided and I picked 2 that I'm working on. The first one is big bulb Christmas lights. Oh, I can't help it. They are so cute. I laugh every time I look at them. So this green, I don't know where the green came from. It was in stash. It matched the electrical cord green that goes on the big bulb Christmas lights. I made up this pattern. I'm crocheting it with an E, 3.5 millimeter hook. At some point, I plan on sharing this pattern because it's pretty simple. But once I get all 24 of my light bulbs made, I will do a crochet chain, and every so often I will pick up a light bulb and then I will make a second crochet chain that twists back so that it actually looks like the lighting cable. How many of these do I have? 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm on day 7 and today is the 15th. Doing great. Super cute. This is a hot mess. I just like vomited yarn all over the table. We're gonna ignore that. I also brought a bag of polyfill, so I will get as far as I can with making light bulbs, and then I might have to stop because I ran out of fluff. After I make my light bulb, I then put it into an oversized scarf that I'm working on. Yes, this is, again, Nightmare Before Christmas. I am crocheting with a G 4.25 millimeter, and I have simply made up this pattern as well. It's a standard chevron pattern that you can just kind of find. Only difference is I made 2 small chevrons and then a big one and 2 small ones. I gave it some character, and you see how wide this is. You see how wide this is. This is going to be a scarf, and it's going to be 6 foot long, I think. So the first however many colors I did were about 5 rows. They were all 5 rows each. So I've just decided it's gonna be 5 rows. And I end up with about this much left over. So light bulb, 5 rows, and then I have about this much. I think, I haven't weighed it, I think this is gonna be enough to put into my scrappy square blanket. So that's gonna grow probably in January. Will this be done by Christmas? I don't know. I'm still trying to finish Halloween. I like it though. I think it's gonna be nice and toasty warm because it got cold. I don't know what happened here, but it got cold. I'm not here for it. And we just kind of fold it up, jam it back in the bag. Okay. I brought one more thing of yarn with me. Oh, goals for the week. As far as Advent goes, I would like to do all of the yarn that I brought, which will take me up to the 17th, I think. Like 1 through 24 of the calendar. I think that'll take me up to the 17th. Be great if I did all that. I don't know if I will or not. But I brought more yarn, because why not? This is Kimber's Cozy Creations Picking Wildflowers, because I actually marked my yarn like an intelligent person. But look at how good that color is. It's a beautiful green with white and speckles. I love it. I made socks with this. It's great. I picked up, I have no idea if this is the same hook that I used last time or not, but I picked up an F 3.75 millimeter, and I'm gonna make another one of these. I'm hoping to have the entire hat, but not the brim, done by the time we make it home. I cannot crochet in the car, so this would have to be done here at the hotel. I did not bring the needles to pick up the brim, but it would be a Christmas gift if I get it done. If not, not a big deal. Not a big deal. They get something else. But I'm hoping to make a hat as a Christmas gift for someone. I don't know if they watch or not, but I didn't say who it's for. And if they don't get it, then nobody would know. Everybody'd be like, oh, it wasn't for me. So yeah, I hope to have all of the crochet portion of the hat done by the time we leave here Saturday. That is everything. Yes. It absolutely cracks me up that I have this window open and people just keep walking by. At some point, I'll have lunch today, but it's going to be a very chill day. I am probably about to go watch some podcast and do some knitting and reading. Let's talk about reading real quick. And then I'll leave y'all alone for a bit. My local library does a thing where if you read 50 books from January to December, if you read 50 books and turn in your list, which they accept Goodreads as a list, they invite you to a party. I don't know if I want to go to the party, but I want to be invited. So I have been trying so hard this year to read 50 books. I have never read this much in my life. I really didn't start reading until probably 2 years ago. I don't know. I picked up a book and I was like, oh, this is fun. Who knew you could read fun books just for fun? So I have 8 books left. That's a lot. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, like 8 out of 50 is not like huge, but it's a lot, especially given what time of the year it is. But the length of your book does not matter. So novellas count. Before we left the house, I went through my Kindle and I picked out 7 Christmas novellas. I had no idea that I had that many Christmas books. Like, what? I have some romance, some cozy murder, and even a thriller, all Christmas themed. So I went ahead and downloaded all of those before I left the house. And then I have the book that I'm currently working on. Y'all, it's ridiculous. I have 5 minutes left in the book. And I just haven't stopped or like slowed down long enough to read it. I've been reading while I eat dinner every night, and that's it. So I have 5 minutes left and I'll have a book done. So goal for this week: read. I can knit and read. I cannot crochet and read because I have to look at my crochet too much. So while I work on my husband's sock and while I work on my Halloween advent, I could be reading. While I work on the Christmas advents and the hat, I could be watching YouTube Vlogmases. Must watches: Happy Little Yarn, Slip Slip Sis, Sock Witchery. I'm also watching Lisa of 72 Stitches, and I am trying to keep up with the Naughty Knitress, but usually by that point I'm starting to kind of fall off. I have a lot of Vlogmases that I'm watching, so I can watch those while I crochet. And this is apparently going to be a very long video. I apologize in advance, but it should be an interesting and fun week because I'm in Florida and it's new and different stuff with very little adult responsibilities. So excited and happy about that. So I'm off to have some fun, and I'll check in with y'all later. Bye. Good morning. It is Tuesday the 16th. Happy birthday, Dad. I'll be calling you in a little bit. It is cold in Florida, y'all. I just looked. My phone says that it's 41 degrees. It is warming up today. It was colder yesterday. It's starting to warm up today, and it'll keep warming up as the week goes on. I don't like the cold. This has been interesting. this hotel, so our room started out pretty cold and we bumped the heat up and it got a little warmer. And last night I had on my shirt, a sweatshirt, and this cardigan, and I had changed into my sweatpants because they're warmer than jeans. And me and my husband were just like huddled up together. We bumped the heat up some more last night. Like, it is just so cold in this hotel. The hotel is like one big rectangle. All the rooms face inward to the atrium, which has a beautiful glass ceiling, and I mean, it's gorgeous. That's where there's a whole bunch of tables and chairs and the bar and the breakfast area. Like, it's a giant public space. It is freezing. You have to put on your big jacket to go to breakfast. It is so cold. We were here during the summer, and the center of this building was so hot. And now it's winter, and it is so cold. Apparently, they have trouble heating and cooling that much volume of air. Like, it is cold here. Just everywhere I go, I'm cold. And it's really funny talking to his coworkers because some of them are like, it was 3 degrees when I left the house this morning. This feels great. Like, I'm sure it probably does. And then we have other people that are freezing here because, well, they live in hot places like Southern California. They don't know what to do with 40 and 30 degree weather. But I'm cold. All that to say, I'm cold. Yesterday, let me show you what all I worked on yesterday. I did not leave the hotel room until dinner. My husband texted me and he sent me a location. He's like, can you meet us here for dinner? I was like, okay. Had some amazing pizza. But other than that, I stayed here. I got lots of worky work done as well as knitting work done. So here is my sleeves. When I showed it to you yesterday, I was in the purple. So I did a few rows of purple, ran out and switched over to the green. And I'm hoping that the green is the last color I'll need. Mainly because I don't think I brought any more colors with me. So let's see here. Maybe I might be able to just finish it out with the green and that be enough. I have been working hard on it, trying to get it finished first, and then I'll start working on some of the other things that I brought, with the exception I did start on the hat. Whoa, I was a little close, sorry. Started on the hat. It's not big enough yet, obviously. I will pull my other hat out of the drawer and use it as kind of a guide to making this hat. But basically, if I'm reading, I'm knitting. If I am eating lunch and watching podcasts, I'm crocheting. I have leftover pizza that I will be eating today for lunch, and I'm gonna attempt to get out of here some today. Go out somewhere. But I have been reading my Kindle. Look at that. It's so much fun. I got a sticker from Seven Brew. I had stopped there Friday morning on a way to a vendor event, and of course I'm like in an ugly Christmas sweater that has a cow on it, and I have cow ears and horns because I'm going to work. And the guy was like, you know what, your outfit is awesome, here's a sticker. So it's a Christmas Seven Brew. Yeah, other knitting stickers and then my little library. So, books. I finished the last 5 minutes of the one book, and I read an entire novella yesterday and part of another one. I am 21% into another one. So I said I needed 8. I finished the 5 minutes. I finished one of the novellas. I'm down to 6. 6 more to go. I can do this. It was a very nice, relaxing day yesterday. So I think that's everything. I think that's all that I had to share. Those are the only 2 projects that I worked on, and they might very well be the only 2 projects that I work on again today. Very chill day because I never left. My husband was at work all day, and when he got home, he just kind of chilled. We didn't go anywhere after dinner. We just sat here, stared at our phones. I was knitting. It was nice. Mondays are usually that way. Your weekend is over. You had your first big full day of work. So Monday night, you just kind of become one with the sofa and don't do anything. But I need to go call Dad and do some work. So I will talk to y'all later. Bye. Hello, it is Wednesday the 17th, and it's like 3 in the afternoon. I am terrible at the whole vlogging thing. I forget to take footage when I'm out in the real world actually doing stuff. Oh well. Let's see. I am late today because I could not pry myself out of the bed this morning. It was all I could do to manage to go to breakfast with my husband at 6:30 in the morning. I had 2 cups of coffee, and then I came back and took a nap. And then I had a lot of work that I needed to get done, so I did that, and I went to the bookstore. Finally, I went to Second and Charles. It is a used bookstore that is franchised by Books A Million. I found books. Imagine that. I really, really wanted to get one of the mystery boxes. They had a mystery box of 6 books for $25. That's a really good price. And they were broken down into different genres. And then when you got over to kids, they were broken down by age groups. But, they had sci-fi and mystery. And I think there was a thriller and a romance. I'm still thinking about it. It's never too late to go back. They're just around the corner. Anyways. Homicide is hardcover. No, in hardcover. There we go. This is an author that somehow I ended up on her mailing list. I don't know. I sign up for random things. I got on her mailing list, and I've been wanting to try one of her books. So this is the first in a series. I paid a whopping $2.50 for it. Yeah, that's awesome. So excited to try a new series. And then Gone for Gouda. Oh yeah, this is book 2 in a series. I can't get book 2 anywhere. I think I listened to book 1 through one of the apps with the library. I don't remember. Book 2 is on none of the apps. You can't listen to it. You can't read it. I found it. Again, $2.50. I'm very excited about this one. I enjoyed the first one. The whole lineup of this series, A Cheese Shop Mystery. The titles are great. I think the first one was Cheddar Off Dead, Gone for Gouda. There was something about fondue on one of them. Titles are great. They are so cheesy. By the way, when it comes to reading, I really love just like cozy murder. The cheesier it is, the better. This one just literally happens to be cheese. And then this one caught my eye. I think it might be a new book. I'm not sure. Grimoire of Grave Fates. There we go. My screen is backwards when I hold this up, so I can't read backwards. This one sounded interesting because it is written by multiple people. Where did it go? Yes, I am not crazy. Told from 18 diverse perspectives with chapters written by 18 best-selling and critically acclaimed authors. I'm not losing my mind. Awesome. So each chapter is written by a different person, and I don't know. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, I didn't see that in the store. I got a map. Yeah, I love books where each chapter is told from a different person's perspective. So the fact that each chapter is then actually written by a different author, that sounded interesting. I wanted to try that. So, and she a big book too. At some point, I'll get around to reading it. I have quite the shelf of to be read. Oh well. Yesterday I went to one of those outdoor mall things. So it's not an outlet, but you know, it's like a mall without the nice AC'd interior. Anyways, I accidentally drove through it. It has a road driving through all of the shops. I've never seen anything like that. I panicked because I was like, oh my God, am I supposed to be here? And then I realized that there were other cars and it must be okay. Thought I was going to a rock store, like they sell rocks. No, they sell jewelry. Like they go find the rocks, clean them up themselves, and then turn them into jewelry. So it was all very pretty, very nice. Not what I was really looking for. And definitely not in my tax bracket. On the way back to the car, I stumbled across Earthbound Trading Co. That's a little more my jam. I found a ring. She's pretty. That's a teeny tiny little amethyst. But, yeah. So, picked up, I think I actually got 2 rings. The other one had sodalite in it, if you know your rocks. Yeah, did that. Took no footage of it because I'm a terrible podcaster. I did, however, put in a marker in my knitting. There he is. So I managed to do that much knitting on my Halloween advent yesterday. Can I tell you, I thought I'd be done. I thought this was going to take like a day, maybe 2, and I'd be finished. I'd have all of it done. No, not doing well. Starting to get a little irritated with it because I just want it to be finished. I want to move on to other things. I want the final object, and I am still knitting on it. It is taking forever. Anyways, doing that while I read. Have not touched Christmas Advents since I got here. I am working on the hat. So Ta-da! It's a very lovely yarmulke at this point. Doo-doop. So I have done all of the increases and I am now just going round and round crocheting. There's something outside that keeps beeping. Yeah, so I do this while I eat lunch, watch YouTube, that kind of fun jazz. And I did work on my husband's socks some yesterday, so I did not have to drive to meet him for dinner. He came to me, which means I went to the bar. The bar here gives each adult in the room 2 free drinks at the bar between the hours of 4 and 8 p.m. Yeah. So at 5, when he tells me that they're coming back to the hotel and I don't have to meet him anywhere, I head for the bar. It's free. Anyways, took my knitting with me and I got that much done yesterday. The bartender was very confused that I was knitting. She's very chatty. I've really enjoyed getting to know her. Apparently she knows some of the coworkers by name. She asked me if my husband worked with so-and-so, and I was like, yeah. By the time my husband showed up at the bar to collect me, I had 3 of his coworkers with me. We were all just chatting and having a drink, relaxing, enjoying ourselves, and then the last of the people texted that they were on their way back to the hotel and what's for dinner. We all ended up going out to dinner together. We had Waldo's chicken. Oh, so good. And let's see, we did that. The bartender got real nervous. She's like, y'all are going to dinner? Who's driving? I was like, my husband's driving. Okay. My husband did not drink. The rest of us did. So he so lovely drove all of us up the road to the chicken place and then back to the hotel afterwards. It was a lot of fun. The guys, they really know how to just kind of relax and cut loose a little bit in the afternoons, which come morning time, I apparently don't see them because we showed up for breakfast at 6:30 when they opened this morning and there was no one there. It was just the 2 of us until we were almost done eating and one guy came and joined us. So apparently we're all getting a little tired and needed to sleep in some, but breakfast at 6:30, out the door by 7:30. I was asleep by 8. I don't know what all is up for today. I think my husband wants to go to a furniture store with me. I'll have to tell y'all about that one at some point because, we'll see how it goes. He wants to go see a sofa that I found. I'll see if I can't record it this time. So I think he wants to do that today. At some point, we still need to go to the Nike store and get new shoes. And my boss is wanting to have a meeting. It is now 3:20. So hopefully that meeting happens before dinner time. After dinner time, it's gonna be a lot harder to catch me. I think that's everything. Had a pretty chill day. Took a nap, did some work, went to the bookstore. That's it. All right. Bye. Hello. It is a rainy Thursday here in Florida. I took a nap. I got up at 6:30 and had breakfast. I got up at 6:10 and had breakfast at 6:30. Sent the husband off to work. I took a nap. It was a good nap. It is raining. It's kind of dark and overcast today. It was a good nap. Yesterday, I continued to work on this. I'm having fewer and fewer stitches. The rows are taking less time. But here I am. So I got this much done yesterday. I am probably about to turn on YouTube and eat lunch and work on this. That sounds like a good plan. I do realized? Yeah, past tense. I realized yesterday I forgot to tell y'all that I had finished another book. So some of these little novellas that I'm reading, they are Amazon short story bundles for the holidays kind of thing. So I finished I thought that was housekeeping coming. Let's see. Day before yesterday, I finished No Place Like Home. And the one that I finished before that was All Wrapped Up in You. So these are kind of cliche rom-com books, and I'm really enjoying them. Right now, I am working on Merry and Bright. And then there's one more to go after that, which I've almost finished Merry and Bright. I think so far everybody's been a 3-star book. You know, it was a book, it was good, I read it, 3 stars. It wasn't like a life-changing book or anything like that. It was just a good, solid read. So, that's pretty much how things are going here. It is raining. I don't really want to go anywhere. I did look into more of the rock stores, and I don't think I'll be going to any of those while I'm here. Most of them look like they've already been processed, and that's not really what I was going for. I wanted rocks, and I thought maybe at some point I would be able to go rock hounding. Obviously not today. I don't know if there's any good spots near here to do that. I need to do some more Googling, but maybe tomorrow. I think it's supposed to be warm and not raining tomorrow, so I should actually be able to venture out and try to go find random rocks in places maybe. There was one there's one Google listing that I saw for a rock store that was not all processed rocks, and it looked sketchy. I'm not going there alone. No, I do try to make good choices. I do try to kind of go with gut instincts. Sometimes I pull up to places and I just leave. Like, no, I probably shouldn't be getting out of the car. We're going home. Yeah, just based on the fact that, like, there was no website, there was only Facebook, and everything was just a photo of rocks and said, email for pricing. No, won't be going there. That's fine. I could go for a nice restful day in Florida. So I am just going to chill out. I'm going to work on this. I'm going to finish this. I want you done. That has taken 3 days longer than I was expecting. Okay. I did a little bit of work. I'll do a little bit more work later. Right now, I'm gonna go microwave some pizza. And yeah. See y'all later. Last night, husband and I went to the furniture store. So there's a place called Rooms to Go, and every time we travel, I can see it. I can't not see them. It's a giant glass building with like this chunky logo in primary colors, and so it looks like a children's logo with this beautiful modern building. It baffles me. So I've been wanting to go to one for so long. There's one just up the road. I went to it. They have beautiful furniture. Like, it comes in colors. I don't know if y'all have been in a furniture store lately, but it's all shades of brown, tan, and gray. I like color in my life. Anyways, we have been on the search for a new sofa. I have been on the search for a new sofa. I have been looking for one for probably a year now. I told my parents about it, and it ends up that they've been looking for the same sofa. It doesn't exist anymore. You know what I'm talking about too. It is like a 3-cushion sofa, so pretty standard sofa length. It has a recliner in each end, and then the center seat folds down and becomes a table. We know what I'm talking about. So sorry. These were popular not that long ago. It was probably much longer than I thought because time is moving quickly. Anyways, they don't make that anymore. Now they're like, oh yeah, we have all these sofas with consoles in the middle. Like, no, I don't want a console. Because a console cannot be sat upon. They keep showing me these things that have like a recliner in each end and then this fixed console in the middle that opens up and it has a compartment and all these buttons and all the stuff. And that's not what I'm looking for. I want a seat that folds down, creates a table, has cup holders, somewhere to put the remotes. Because what I want is to still have a table in between us. But, when it's time to hunker in and watch a movie, and fold it up and slide to the middle and go snuggle with him. And we can watch our movie. I found it. I finally found not one, not two, not three, but 4 sofas in one store that all fold down in the middle. I sat on it. I was like, I think the husband would like this. So I took a picture of it. I showed it to him and he goes, oh. was like, yeah, but it's expensive. He wanted to see it anyways. So last night we went and we looked at it, and if I have permission, I will put in a picture of the two of us sitting on a different couch that we were looking at, because in the middle of looking at all the sofas, his mom texted me with the length of our sofa at home. I had asked her like earlier in the day if next time you're at the house, can you just measure how long our couch is, because it's a snug fit to puzzle in the furniture for our living room. And we were sitting on a sofa when she texted me. So of course I just sent her a picture and was like, you have perfect timing. If he says it's cool, I'll put that picture in of us. I tried to find reviews. I can't find any. There's certain little things about it that make me worry and think that, you know, it's not going to hold up. It does come with a 3-year warranty. It comes with a 3-year warranty, and that's for like all the mechanical parts and everything in it. The big thing was shipping. Because, I mean, clearly I'm in Florida. It's not going to fit in the rental car. So we need to have it shipped to the house. It's $89. They bring it to the house and set it up for you. $89. Are you kidding me? That's amazing. Yeah, I don't know. Took a picture of it. I have the name of it. Maybe we could use a new sofa. Our current sofa is beautiful. I love it. It's blue velvet. It's sleek, millennial, like mid-century modern aesthetic. Okay. It is so cliche. I love it. It's also very low to the ground. And I can get up off of it most days. But nobody else in the family likes to sit on it, because while it is very comfortable, it's hard to get up. So we can use a sofa that's, you know, actually like up off the ground and comfortable for everyone, not just me and the dog. But anyways, I just finished my lunch, and what I was actually going to come on here and tell you about was not furniture. I was going to talk about my mom, because that woman sent us with candy. We stopped on the way here to drop Pepper Ann off with my parental unit so that they can take care of her this week. She is living her best life, running around in the country. Oh my God, we'll talk about that too. But we stayed the night with my folks and then headed out early the next morning. And Mom's like, here, you need snacks for the week. These were full. These bags were so full. This is a new candy that she made, and it's like Chex Mix, pretzels, M&Ms. It's okay. We all agreed that it's not as good as the Christmas crack. Yes, you heard me. I have taken crack across state lines. Like, this stuff is amazing. We have been making it for as long as I can remember. It is Cap'n Crunch, cocktail peanuts, and white almond bark. The end. It is salty, it is sweet, it is crunchy and delicious. It will make a mess, so careful how you eat it in the car. Like, you'll have white chocolate everywhere. But so good. I had just finished my pizza and I was like, I have a sweet tooth. Christmas crack. Dog living her best life in the country. I'll put in a picture of her too. Again, they live out in the country. It's not like a fenced in yard, you know. I have a city dog. She has a privacy fence backyard. Like, she knows this is her space. She doesn't go outside of her space. Like, when we go for walks around the block. There's a leash involved. Like, she's a city dog. My parents have 2 dogs of their own, and at night when they go out to pee, she will just take off running with one of their dogs. Their dogs are good. They know, don't mess with the possums, don't mess with snakes. You do have to come back to the house. My dog is just gone, and there's no lights out in the country. It's just darkness. She's a dark dog. Gone. Can't see her. Lost in the abyss. I bought an LED collar for her. It does not fit that well, but it gets the job done. She only needs it for country life. So at night, they put this glowing green collar on her, and they can see her. Wherever she goes, they know where she is. She is the only thing out there that glows. Well, she does the same thing with them that she does with me. She goes out for her final potty, and then she comes barreling back in the house, straight to the kennel, ready for bed. Give me my cookie, I'm going to bed. So now they walk in there, and this kennel is glowing this toxic green glow because she doesn't even stop to take the collar off. My poor folks, they are having to get down there on the floor in the kennel and try and pull this collar off of the dog so that everybody can sleep at night. It's wild. So enjoy this photo of my science experiment toxic dog. Okay, after I talked to y'all this morning, and I was like, there's not any good rock stores around here. I Googled. There's nowhere to go, just pick up and find rocks either. And I was like, you know what? This is a yarny podcast. This is not a podcast about rocks. We're going to stop. Stop talking about rocks. My husband had asked me if I'd run over to the grocery store. He's like, if you're out and about, would you pop over to the grocery store, pick us up some more water? He's like, I also know that it's going to rain today, so if you don't, that's fine. I'll go after work. Well, it's goofy for me to be sitting here not doing anything, and he has to get off work, go get water, find dinner. I can go get water. So I went to the Winn-Dixie. I picked up some water, and he needed contact solution. Picked that up too. Well, I was like, I'm already out. What kind of shopping do we have? I found an antique mall. Love antique malls. I absolutely love cruising the aisles, wandering around, seeing all the stuff. Love it, okay? Y'all, I found rocks. What? I found rocks. They were in a glass cabinet. A lady had to come open a glass cabinet to give me a $10 bag of mystery rocks. I bought rocks from an antique store. We're going to open it. I have not peeked inside. What does it say? Quartz, crystal, gemstone. I don't know if they're raw. I don't know if they're tumbled. I have no idea. It's a $10 bag of rocks. I'm in. Paper towel. What? Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Citrine. It's a bag of polished, tumbled citrine. Black tourmaline. Yo, look at that. Please forgive me. I'm gonna just like totally nerd out for a minute. Look at this pretty rock. Oh my God. We're gonna open it. Let's open this one. So I'm pretty sure that this is like one that you don't tumble, because it's just so pretty the way that it is. Oh my God. That's pretty. Okay. What? It's about, it's a bag of rocks, y'all. Like, what? We're gonna use the paper towel that they so kindly provided in the bag. Can you see that? It's a bag of rocks. We're just gonna... Ooh. Oh dear God. Okay. Are y'all breakable? I don't know. Okay. What do we got? It's a rock. It's a pretty crystal. So I believe that would be like clear quartz, maybe? I'm still learning my rocks, okay? Bear with me. What is this? Y'all. What is that? It's the size of a golf ball. Ooh, look at that. Can y'all see that? And there's more. This one has that too. It's just all clustery, crystally, and then like a big clear crystal. There it is. What is this? Okay. Is this glass? Oh. That might be glass. I'm not sure. Is this a rock? Is it glass? It's not super sharp, so maybe it's a rock. Look at how cute it is. This camera sucks. I'm gonna have to take pictures of these when I have some sunlight for y'all. Cause, yeah. I mean, these I may have broken off of something trying to tumble it out the bag. Maybe that was a bad move on my part. I have rocks. I found rocks in Florida. I don't know if they came from Florida, but I will now be calling these my Florida rocks. I'm very happy with this. They had a stack of stuff in little bags like this that were all labeled. And I kind of looked at them briefly, but the lady needed to close the cabinet and go help other customers. So I didn't buy any of these that were labeled where I knew what they were. Given the bag, I'm going to say all of this down here is clear quartz. Yeah? I found rocks. Now I can stop, talking to y'all about them because I have them. I found rocks. Hello, it is Friday, the 19th, and it is 3:44 in the afternoon. Oops. Yeah, so let's see. Last night, husband and I went to dinner, just the two of us. We did not have all of the coworkers with us. We went to a seafood place. I had a crab cake sandwich, which was so good. And he had fried shrimp. It was delicious. We had a grand time, and we came home and we sat on the sofa and did nothing. We both just doom scrolled our phones until bedtime. In which case we moved to bed and we doom scroll on just his phone. I do enjoy that. We'll lay in bed together and we'll both watch reels go by on his phone. It's a great way to end the night. Go to bed. Anyways, today I kind of got up moving today. So I did some work. I had the meeting with my boss that had gotten postponed. So did that. And I went to the beach. I finally made it to the beach. It is a wonderful day. I did not wear a jacket. I went out there and was completely ill prepared because I didn't bring anything to clean my feet off with. I didn't bring flip-flops or anything this trip, thinking it's going to be too cold, and it was not too cold. It was delightful. So I just took my shoes and my socks off and left them up on the stairs, because here you have to go across the street and there is a sidewalk with a locked gate, and the hotel has the number to the gate. They give you that, and then it's kind of like a pier that goes out to the sand. So behind the locked gate, but before the sand, I took my shoes and my socks off and left them there, because, man, it's not like there's a lot of people around, right? There were a few people out. There were actually people in bathing suits getting in the water. That one was okay. I did roll my pants up and go walk through the water, but, you know, I'm not real big into swimming in the ocean, and I'm certainly not going to do that alone. So, dipped my toes in, strolled along the beach, picked up some interesting shells. They're purple. I will have to take a photo to put in here. They have like these violet shells. They're really pretty, so I picked up a few. And yeah, that was about that for today. I finally ran out of leftovers today, and I had to eat the rice-a-roni. Rice-a-roni makes these little microwavable cups that you can get, and so I picked those up Sunday when we got here, and today is the first day I actually had to eat one, which means that today is the day I realized this room has no silverware. The sushi leftovers that I had brought home at the beginning of the week had an extra set of chopsticks in them, so I used chopsticks and ate my rice-a-roni. It was entertaining. Knitting. It's the never-ending garment. Okay. I have this much yarn left. That many stitches. Not gonna happen. So I am just gonna work down until I don't have enough left. I did this much knitting yesterday. So I tried really hard, y'all. I wanted to finish it. Oh, let's see. I have more of this color in my bag. So when this one runs out, I'll kind of look at how many stitches I have left and see if I have enough of this color to finish it out with. I don't know. We'll see. This one is definitely a thicker stripe than the previous stripes because I have less stitches. But, ooh, sorry. I'm tired of working on you. I want you to be done. I wanted you done like days ago. I have not touched any of my Christmas Advent knitting that I brought with me. I have barely touched my husband's Christmas sock. That's great. Those might not be done in time for Christmas this year. And I haven't done any more on this hat. So I don't think that's going to be done in time for Christmas either. You're like, Mandy, stop working on Halloween and work on other things. But I want it done. I want this project finished. Oh well, I don't see me finishing it today because it is almost 4 o'clock. I am going to go meet all of the guys at a restaurant. We're going to an Irish pub. That should be fun. So I'm going to go meet them around 5-ish. He's going to give me a better timing closer to time. Hopefully I find out early enough because it's a 20-minute drive. He is also perfectly capable of ordering food for me. He knows what kind of food I like, so that might be happening too. Yeah, so I'll go meet them, and we really need to go to Nike. This is the last night for us to go to Nike, because I seriously doubt they will be open early enough for us to go on Saturday. This is probably my last check-in with y'all, simply because I don't check in at night, and then we'll be back home. So I will try and put in a picture of where this is when I'm editing. And it'll be a surprise to all of us whether or not I have it finished. Never gonna be finished. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. Okay, I'm gonna go lay up in bed and probably watch YouTube because the book I'm working on is not good. And I don't know. When I read a book that I don't like, it just kind of, it takes away all my reading mojo, and I don't want to read anything at all. I am reading the novella You Better Not Pout. I know it's going to have a happy ending. I know this. That's how all of these work. But right now, it's just icky. It's a couple, and they're already in a fight when we start the book, and I don't like starting books where the couples are already in the middle of a fight, and we just walk in the middle of that. Like, no. Let me get to know the people and then understand why they're having a fight and get back together. Must always get back together. I like books with happy endings. I also don't watch movies based on true stories because the main character has a tendency to die. No, I don't want. If you tell me that a movie is based on a true event, true story, I'm not gonna watch it. You can tell me that they don't die. I'm not gonna watch it. Like, nope. I read and I watch TV to escape reality, not see somebody else's. So, yeah, I think I'm just gonna pull up some YouTube and I'm gonna go hunker down in the bed and knit. And yeah, I will probably not talk to y'all again. But I will see you in the next episode. Bye.